And what's that contract, you may say? Well, in it states that if you cannot pay me proper compensation for my magical potion in the form of gold, silver, or valuable jewels, then I will just have to take your soul. Hey, hey, you need to wake up right now. How can you keep me waiting like this? I said, right now. There. That should have done the trick. How dare you make me have to use a bit of my magic just to get your lazy self out of that bed? I mean, how could you keep me waiting? You do know you're supposed to be serving me now, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? You have to serve me for the next 300 years to repay the price of that potion you bought. And guess what? If you keep messing up like you did today, if you keep sleeping in and annoying me, the great, evil, unknown void cat, it ain't gonna be 300 years. I'm gonna start racking on extra ones. If you're lucky, it might end up being 500 years if you keep at the rate you're going right now. You keep annoying me. You ain't gonna be serving 300, you're gonna be serving 500. And don't think you're about to get off easy. No, no, no. I know exactly what you're thinking in your head. You're thinking, there's no way this is gonna happen. I can only live, 80 more years before I'm so old that I ain't gonna be around for much longer. I'm gonna die before I even get 300 years. Nonetheless, 500. But you would be wrong, as don't you feel it? Don't you feel that slight little pain in your arm? Look at it. Look at your arm real quick. Do you see it? Yeah, you're probably seeing it now, aren't you? Those little holes in your arm, little tiny little pinpoint holes. Yeah, while you were asleep. Don't think I didn't think about this, lifespan problem while you were asleep. I went ahead and put a few IVs in you, and I dripped in a bunch of immortality potions. I put so much immortality potions into those IV drips that when these 300 years are finished, you're gonna come out looking the exact same as you did coming in. You aren't gonna age 1 year until I allow you to. It don't matter how long it takes, but you will repay me. There ain't no easy way out. You're gonna keep on going. Now, why don't you go ahead and get off of that bed while I'm still in a good mood and put on your uniform? Where is it, you ask? Well, it's right here. Don't you see it in my little paws over here? What? Are you confused? Yes, it's a maid outfit. What's wrong with that? You're essentially like a maid to me. I mean, you're my, servant, but you're also my maid, as I plan on having you do stuff like serving me tea, polishing my random bits of furniture and silverware. You're gonna be serving me my food, polishing my wings after a hard day's days of work, and many, many other things. So, you're essentially a maid. You're just going to be doing a bit more than what a maid does. So, what's wrong with you wearing a maid's outfit right now? Go ahead, put it on. This ain't a discussion. You have to put it on now, while I'm still being patient. Good job. You look great in it. Now, follow me. We're gonna go ahead and head to the dining room real quick. See you there. Good. Now, I have already made the tea myself because you're still starting out and I know I can't trust you to make the tea properly. You would definitely burn it. This is a very, very expensive tea. You wouldn't know how to do that right. So I went ahead and readied the tea kettle, brewed it myself. But don't think that means you have nothing to do. No. Your job is to pour me that tea. So, go ahead and get started. Time's a ticking. Good. Now just pour that tea straight into my fancy little cup right here, okay? Good. Great job. You actually know how to do at least one thing right, huh? But let me go ahead and drink this tea. Yes. That tea was absolutely amazing, but what am I supposed to expect? I brewed it myself. What else could it be but amazing? But why don't you go ahead and pour me another cup? I am quite thirsty. After all that yelling I had to do at you this morning, getting you up, my throat is quite parched now, so why don't you go ahead and pour me another cup? Good. Now let me just go ahead and drink this one too. Yes, that one's great as well. Always amazing this tea is. But that's enough tea for now. I'm hungry now, so why don't you go ahead and grab me something to bite on? There's a set of brownies in the kitchen, freshly baked by me, of course. You were too busy asleep to cook anything, so why don't you go ahead and grab me a square of brownies and bring it to me pronto. Good. That brownie is looking absolutely divine. And it seems you have at least a few brain cells in that head of yours, considering you were smart enough to bring the silverware without me having to tell you. So, good job on that. You were such a good boy, or maybe a good girl. I honestly can't tell with you humans. I've seen too many of you over the thousands of years. I can't tell you guys apart anymore. Not that I really care. Why would I care about a bunch of random humans? You ain't anywhere near as powerful as me, but whatever you are, good job. Now, why don't you go ahead and make yourself useful since you didn't cook this food? You can at least cut it for me. Good job. You could improve your cutting technique a bit, but this will just have to do for now. Now for me to have a nice bite of this great brownie. Yes, now another bite. That is definitely a good brownie. But let me take another. Just one more bite. This is really good. Okay, I said one more, but just one more. Now that was a good brownie, but that's enough eating for now. I'll set the rest aside for later. Why don't you go ahead and put this plate back into the kitchen for now? You have other jobs to do. Good job. Now, follow me. Follow me to my bedroom real quick. We have a few more tasks for you to finish before the day is up. Okay, now that we're here in my bedroom, I have another task for you. You see, in front of you is my great book of misfortune, a very powerful object. I use it to inflict great misfortune upon many, and your job is to polish its leather cover a bit. Don't ask what the leather is made from. You wouldn't want to know. But your job is to polish the cover. Make sure it's nice and shiny so I can look upon it with wonderful eyes once I next use it. I want to make sure it's in its finest condition every time I use this thing, so why don't you go ahead and get to polishing it? permanently. You've been doing a good job. If it weren't for your little debacle this morning, not waking up at time, you would have been doing a splendid job today. You're being such a good boy. Good girl. Good boy. Good girl. Good boy. Good girl. Good boy. Good girl. But that's enough of that. Why don't you go ahead and move on to your final task for the night? You see, sometimes over the course of a few days, my great wings that you can see behind me, they will sometimes get a little dry and lose a bit of their shininess. So I have to often add a bit of this special lotion that I have made, specially designed for my wings. I need to add a bit of it so that they continue to stay very, very shiny and very, very soft. So, now that you're here, I will no longer have to do it myself now. Why should I, now that I have a perfectly good servant ready to take care of my every need? So, why don't you go ahead and get working? I expect my wings to be the absolute peak of shininess at the end of this. So, go ahead, get started. Here, take the bottle. There, now make sure you apply it nice and evenly, okay? Don't want to miss a spot. Now, make sure you do the other wing as well. Good. You did it nice and evenly, but make sure to pat a bit of it off with this paper towel over here. It seems you put a bit too much. That's definitely not good of you. I don't want my servants to be wasting anything, so that's definitely a point off your record. But you can make up for it if you make sure to properly dry off my wings. Good. Now the sensational. You may have slipped up a bit, adding too much of the lotion. But besides that, you spread it nice and evenly, and you were able to dry off my wings perfectly and get rid of all the excess lotion you added. So, besides the one slip up, I would say you did perfectly okay. So, I guess for today's work, you deserve a little bit more praise, because while I may be evil, that doesn't mean I won't praise my servants when they do a good day's work. So, here we go. Good boy. Good girl. You're such good boy. Good girl. You've been working real hard today. You might have been a little lazy waking up this morning, but you made up for it. You worked real hard. You poured that tea excellently. You made sure to polish that cover of that book of misfortune nicely. You cut that brownie and served it to me amazingly. You're such a good boy. Such a good girl. And don't forget the wings. You made sure to make my wings shine the best they could. You're such a good boy. You're such a good girl. But that's enough of this for now. It's time for you to go ahead and get your rest. There's plenty of work tomorrow. Today's only the beginning. You still got 300 years of this left, but if you keep working hard just like you did today, I'll make sure that when those 300 years end, you won't leave just with the clothes on your back. No, I'll make sure you leave with some good stuff. Gold, silver, all the things you didn't have when you were trying to buy my potion, all the things you needed. If you keep doing a good job like you did today, perhaps even better than you did today, you won't just leave with nothing. You'll leave with everything. So keep working hard and get a good night's rest, because you were such a good